Abegail Atienza was a sponsored child of World Vision Philippines and graduated with a BS in Computer Science from Asian College of Science and Technology. She is now working as a customer growth manager in a startup IT company and also a licensed financial advisor for a life insurance company here in the Philippines. Welcome to Adulting with Joyce Pring. Watch the full video of this episode on my channel, www.youtube.com/JoycePringTV. And if you want to level up your adulting game, check out joycepring.com/collections for my digital products and courses. So Abby, tell me more about your journey. Paano ba nag-start yung journey mo with World Vision?
Actually, it started when I was 9 years old. Kasi nung bata ako, it's more of there is a group of people who came in our community, no. So that's World Vision. They're looking for children to sponsor. So medyo kasi yung mama ko noon is medyo mausisa siya when it comes to if merong mga activities na nangyayari within the barangay. And then she saw na merong naghahanap nga for sponsorship. And then that time si mama is asking me if I can be part of that, asking World Vision if I can be part of that sponsorship, no. So, ayun, then that's the time that it started, no. So, the World Vision also is one of the biggest part or the biggest impact sa buhay ko right now. So, because of them, yun, I was able to finish my study.
Okay, so tell me more about ano ba yung mga challenges mo during that time that you were going through as a girl, di ba? You were 9 years old. That now you can say, how old are you now if you don't mind me asking?
34.
You're 34 now. How for you to say at 34 na ang laking impact ng World Vision sa buhay mo when that was decades ago, right? So what were the things that you were going through and how did World Vision affect you in that manner?
Actually, that time kasi parang ano lang eh. Alam mo yun, typical na bata na parang ang problema mo lang is papasok sa school. And then, you're really excited to go home because ang gusto mo lang is maglaro. Yes. And then, that time, when I got involved with World Vision, so doon na nabago yung yung perception ko about education na I can be more when it comes to my yung sa sarili ko lang, kumbaga parang hindi lang pala ako dapat naglalaro lang. I can also contribute to the community and within our community and the children of our community. So, it started when World Vision asked me to be part of some of those conventions na dina-develop nila or ginagawa nila for the children, no. So marami kaming mga delegates, so not just only here in NCR, so meron ding mga delegates who were invited coming from different provinces here in the Philippines. So yun, so
ano yung mga conventions na yun? Like what would you guys do? What would you guys be doing?
Usually what we do is we discuss children's rights.
Okay.
And then it's more of child rights advocacy. And at the same time...
And how old are you when that was going on?
It started when I was 9.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And then nagtuloy-tuloy siya. And then actually sa totoo lang yung experience ko na yon. Para lang din ako naglalaro. So akala ko lang din siya na okay, pupunta na naman ako sa ibang lugar and then I'll be able to engage again with different children. Tapos ayun, dun din na open up yung yung skills ko when it comes to engaging with other people. So parang kasi before, ang kilala ko lang yung mga kalaro ka lang sa labas, diba?
Okay.
And then after that, when I become part of World Vision, so na-enjoy ko na naglalaro din ako, pero nasa ibang lugar ako.
Okay, so explain to me this. Ano bang ibig sabihin, in your experience and in your case, to be a World Vision sponsored child? Because a lot of people have this idea na when a child is sponsored by World Vision, binibigyan sila ng supplies, their basic needs, but from your stories, it goes beyond that.
Yes.
You're enrolled into these mga programs, you are educated in different issues and things like that. So what did that look like for you to be a World Vision sponsored child? How was that different from when you were not? Yeah.
Actually, malaking ano siya, difference siya talaga. Kasi some of the kids is, yun, may nare-receive lang sila ng mga school supplies, and that was it. And then for us naman, we are also the chosen, kumbaga chosen ones na we're able to represent our community. So,
Okay.
yon kami, bali piling-pili lang talaga siyang mga bata eh. So, hindi siya lahat nabibigyan ng ganong klaseng opportunity. And at the same time, those activities will also molded us when it comes to our personal growth. So yun, malaking impact talaga. Kasi being a shy person nung bata ka, di ba? Kasi syempre, family mo lang yung lagi mong kasama. And then, dun din na-develop yung yung sarili mo when it comes to engagement with other people nga. So, ayun, it's really important kasi talaga eh. Kasi education will be our tool then. And after, no? So, sa life naman eh, it's more of how are you able to compete with other when you grow up. So, in that case kasi, yun din yung naging tool ko for me to reach my dream. So, specifically to finish college and of course, to have a better job. So I will be able to provide for my family. So, yan.
It's such an important conversation, no? Because I remember I would talk to other friends from World Vision, or even people who work in organizations that focus on helping children and families here in the Philippines. And they talk about problems that I never even thought existed. For example, madaming mga kids ng farmers na hindi sila nakakapag-aral kasi instead na pag-aralin yung mga bata, isasama na lang nila sa farm para makatulong, 'di ba, magtrabaho dahil ang tagal nung process of studying eh. It takes years before you reap the benefits. And unless you kind of intercede for people, for young people, for children, and say na, I know this seems like the worst option dahil wala ka namang nakikita na pera or, instant gratification from your kid going to school, and it'll be years for you to see the benefit. But this is the more important, more empowering route for children. And I feel like not a lot of people get to see that, get to learn that. Like, me personally, growing up, I didn't finish college. And that's because I come from a family that needed me to work when I was 17. Like, my family, unfortunately, could not put me through school, put me through college. And so, ang number one priority ko nun is to survive. Like, I need to make money. I need to survive. I need to help my family. And that meant that I had to start working while I was in college. And then eventually, dahil kumikita na ako ng pera, ang understanding ko, ito na yun, di ba? Sabi nila, kaya lang naman ako magka-college para makapagtrabaho ako. May trabaho na ako, what's the point? But now that I'm 31, I realized that an education is not only really a tool for you to compete with others or to better your life. Although it could be that. It's really more of this sense of achievement and knowing that whatever happens, you have finished your course, you have finished your education, and you're empowered to do a lot of other things because of it. Whether you choose to be a homemaker or you choose to be a career woman, it really depends on you, but at least you have that option.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to remind young girls, and especially children who are under World Vision, na you're right, diba? There are other options for you.
Yeah.
You could work, you could do these things. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but education is an empowering choice that you want to always have.
Yeah.
And I think that's the beauty of the initiatives that World Vision has. But how long were you a sponsored child for?
I think 11 years.
11 years. So from 9 until you were...
From 9 until I graduated college.
Grabe. Okay. So ang tagal din pala, no? Can you tell us more about stories or opportunities that you were able to experience that you probably wouldn't have if not for World Vision?
Actually, if not for World Vision, maybe I couldn't finish my college also. It's really struggling for us because my mom stopped working as an OFW before when I was 9 years old. It started when I was 9 years old. So my siblings did not go to college as well. So probably baka isa rin ako sa mga hindi nakapagtapos ng college if hindi dahil sa World Vision, no. So yon. And then yung father ko kasi at that time was just a jeepney driver. So yung daily needs lang namin, yung kikitain niya would be enough to support our daily needs. So um by that time, nung nakapag-college ako, it's because of World Vision. Definitely, that's one of the most, I am really grateful na na-achieve ko because of World Vision, no? And aside from that, I was really fortunate as well because the scholarship from World Vision when it comes to sending sponsored child to college, hindi lahat nabibigyan ng ganong klaseng opportunity. So, we were really blessed and very grateful for that, no? So, hindi lang ako yon, and at the same time, but yun nga, marami kami, pero konti lang kami na nabigyan ng college scholarship in our community. So, aside from the personal growth na through the trainings, the conventions that we have attended when we were a child. So definitely ang pinaka-importante talaga is the education. So yun, dun talaga ako pinaka-grateful.
Yeah, it really is an empowering thing. It's a beautiful thing, and I think all this conversation online, it is good to find your own path. I am grateful for the path that I've forged, that God has provided for me, and I think a lot of people do thrive in different environments. But if there is an option for you to seek help to pursue your education, you absolutely have to do it.
And aside from that kasi, I truly believe din talaga na education would be your stepping stone for you to reach your dream. So, yung education kasi, that's something na pwede kang makapasok into a big world, no. So sometimes kasi people are nagiging sila parang very nauubusan sila ng options when it comes to looking for their own path, no. In terms of reaching of their dreams, it's because hindi sila tapos ng pag-aaral. But as you said nga, it really depends pa rin talaga sa tao. But what if nga, like, for example, those people or those children na medyo mababa yung self-esteem nila. So, kaya yung education talaga, it's something na you could also use a tool for you to enter to the bigger world and at the same time to reach your dream nga. So,
yeah, that's right. That's a great way for you to meet new people, to see your potential, to push your boundaries, get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this a few weeks ago, and I was like, what is the importance of studying algebra? Like, for example, if wala ka naman talagang pakialam sa maths, right? And you have no interest in it. But I really believe that studying algebra, even if it's not something that you eventually pursue, is more of my brain can do this. My brain can overcome this. I can achieve this, rather than just, okay, this is algebra. And I think that's what education should be. It's the empowerment of young people to know and to be equipped that they can do more than what they think they're capable of. But you also got into a lot of mga women empowerment programs of World Vision, right? So can you tell me a bit more about the perceptions and the changes that happened to you after going through these programs about women empowerment, about Girls Can?
Actually, that's something that really interesting din, no? So, girls empowerment kasi, it can also be a tool also na para at least hindi lang ako babae. I can do so much more, diba? So, yung mga bagay na pwedeng gawin ng mga lalaki, that's something that we can also do 'Di ba? Marami rin tayong kayang gawin na hindi nila kayang gawin, or kung marami tayong kaya nilang gawin na kaya rin nating gawin, no? So, in that case kasi, that's something na, um, when I was a child, I was able to speak in front of a lot of people then, and then showing myself, my skills and my talents as well, no. So yung mga ganong klaseng bagay din na wherein you're able to empower other girls din na kagaya ko, way back then when I was a child. Marami talaga na ano din na parang very very humbling din na um, nakakatulong din ako sa ibang kapwa ko. So, ganun siya.
Yeah.
Yan.
I think, well, I have to say that I feel like there really are certain roles that men and women play in society, diba? Very different, crucial roles. But at the same time, I think yun nga women empowerment really is understanding that we now have the chance to support young girls and tell them that you can pursue a lot of different things if you put your mind into it, and there are people who are willing to support you through this journey, whatever journey you choose to pursue. But I want to ask, did you have specific people like that in your life when you were growing up, like mentors or people who really supported you throughout your journey? Kasi importante yung mentorship, di ba? That's so important.
Actually, through my journey with World Vision kasi, I was really thankful lang with, of course, my family, no? They always believe in me and they always supported me. And even yung mga teachers ko way back then. Kasi,
Teachers, shout out to all the teachers. Let's
Yeah.
break the fourth wall because I love teachers. I was in the public school system and I remember my teachers were always the most supportive, kind.
Yes.
They were the people, the women who helped me understand my sense of self at a young age. Sila yung mga nagsabing, matalino ka, Joyce. Kaya mong gawin to. Kayang-kaya mo yung... Like, I was 7 or 8 and I didn't know how to speak in English. And we had a subject in English sa public school. And I really remember thinking, I will never learn this language. This is so difficult for me. But because of teachers who told me that I could, that I can, I felt so empowered. And
Yeah.
that's the reason why I loved learning, because of teachers. So shout out to all our educators out there. We love you guys so much.
So, yun nga. So, with my teachers kasi back then, so, they're giving me special exams, special, ang tawag dito, parang classroom lessons. It's because whenever the social worker visited our school, may dala na silang excuse letter. So, I need to, again, mag-excuse ulit sa school because I have to attend another convention. So, they're very supportive
Yeah.
when it comes to all of my engagement with World Vision. No? And at the same time, I'm really thankful with our social workers back then. So, sila Kuya Aldwin, sila Tita Annie.
You never forget those people,
Yes,
no?
Ate Annie, Tita Annie, and Kuya Aldwin. So, sila yung mga naging nanay and tatay namin back then na always na sumasama sa amin and then always taking good care of us. So, sila rin yung nagpataba sa amin actually.
That's a good thing.
Ayun.
Yeah.
Sila rin yung nagpataba sa amin. So, they were my mentors, no? So, kung hindi rin dahil sa kanila, I could say na hindi talaga ako nandito ngayon. So, malaking impact yung naging presence nila sa buhay ko. Especially World Vision.
Yeah.
So, yun.
You know, that's one of the things that I've been learning as I'm growing older, that many of us have gone through and are going through difficult life stories. Ang dami sa ating mga nagsastruggle talaga galing sa mga, may hirap na backgrounds, na circumstances. And I think the big change that happens is when there are good people who interject and intercede for us. There's a quote that goes, evil happens when good men do nothing. And I've experienced that in my life, in many different situations in my life wherein when I was a really little girl, I remember that there would be people in our community church who would help me get to church. In a community church, I was like 6 or 7. At wala akong kasamang ibang magulang or mas matanda, pero dahil merong mga church volunteers noon, sila yung nagsasama sa akin. Yun, I remember our teachers, who would go out of their way to encourage us. I remember being in a public school system and there would be people, I didn't even know their names, pero nagdo-donate sila ng school supplies, ng t-shirt, ng backpack. And as a kid who didn't have much, to be given that and to be told, uy, para to sa'yo, para to sa education mo, para to makatulong sa'yo, it still sticks with me today. Because when people intercede for us, when people tell us, you can, when people equip us even, like what you were talking about, na yung mga social workers andon to equip and to help us, it changes everything, whatever environment and circumstance you may come from. So thank you for sharing that, Abby. Really appreciate it. Now, finally, I want to ask you, meron ka bang message sa mga girls who are probably in your same situation or kind of a similar situation where they're struggling right now, they're going through obstacles right now, as somebody who has kind of gone through it to the other side, ano masasabi mo para sa kanila?
My advice for the girls like me back then, no? So don't lose hope and always chase your dream. So don't limit yourself. So you can improve yourself by doing small things. So unti-unti lang, and at the same time you just enjoy your journey. Kasi at the end of the day, you will become better naman siya from time to time. So, tuloy-tuloy lang and striving hard. And at the same time, always push yourself above your limit. So, yun siya. And at the same time, you can make your own make your own future.
All over the country, girls are denied their basic rights, their education, and the opportunity to live in an innocent childhood. But there's still hope. Sponsor a child today. When you sponsor a girl through World Vision Philippines, you break the cycle and give her the chance to enjoy opportunities she once could only dream of. Visit worldvision.org.ph to learn more. Together, we can help Girls Can redefine standards, break boundaries, and change the world. Thank you so much, Abby, for sharing your story.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. And what a great way to see the other side. We always hear from sponsors in World Vision, but to hear from a sponsored child who's actually been positively affected by the work that World Vision is doing is absolutely inspiring and amazing. So thank you so much for being here on the podcast.
Thank you so much then for inviting me.
Yay! All right. Well, you guys, that's it for this episode of Adulting with Joyce Pring. We hope you guys enjoyed and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. That's it for this episode of Adulting with Joyce Pring. If you liked this podcast, please don't forget to use the hashtag Adulting with Joyce Pring and also check out www.joycepring.com for the show notes and tag me on social media with at Joyce Pring. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Paalam!